Hey everyone, so we're going to look at the basics of Flipgrid today. Flipgrid is a really great platform you can use for collaboration with your students. You can use it for discussion, whiteboard, Blackboard, and so many other things. The easiest way to think about it would be it's like Snapchat, but for educational purposes. And if you see right here, it's free. You can sign up right with your Google account for Reading or your RSD email address. I'm just going to click on Educator Sign Up, and I'll just show you what it looks like. It will take you to a page and just have you fill out basic information. I already do have a Flipgrid though, so it's just going to take me to my page. Now with Flipgrid, at the top of this, it might look a little different if you've used it before. They've just recently updated the platform. So in this first tab, discussion, what you'll see is all of the different grids. Now what a grid is, it's like a discussion thread. So you can do this a couple different ways. You can do it by unit or by specific class. I actually would just have a grid for a class. So once you have that grid, you can post different topics. So it's like little subfolders below it. And that way you can assign as many topics as you want. So I think usually organizing it by class works out a little better. So you'll see on this one, this is a test Flipgrid that I have. I have an intro activity and I have a Punnett squares practice. So if I wanted to add a topic right here, I would click over here. I'd add a title. The prompts, it could be, an open-ended question. It can be solving something. You can use it for math, asking students to solve an equation, any range of things. And if you're having trouble figuring out how to use it, I'm going to show you a little later in the video other materials that actually can help you. So there's your question there, and then you can set this for anywhere from 15 seconds to 10 minutes, depending on what you want the students to do. You can actually even have closed captions, so you can have Spanish closed captions on in the background as well. Video moderation, if you click this on, it means you have to approve them before other students can watch them. So you can turn that on or off. And then down here are all these little media ad things that you can add to your post. So it's like a picture or something like that. And then there's different ways for access control. So once you're done with that, you can click create topic. Now, as soon as you create it, you're going to have the ability to share it. So you can share it right to Google Classroom, Remind, you can create a QR code, or you can just click the link and copy and paste that to a student. The other cool thing is that each class will have a grid code. So if we go into test group, I can share this group. All the student would have to do is put in this, and they can get to the entire grid, and they can click on whatever topic they need to get to. So if we go back to the main page of this, you'll see you can have different topics, as many as you want. There's really not a limit. If you go to Discovery, I like this a lot. There's something called My Collection. So if there's things that you've used before, topics you've added, you can save them. So it's like a bookmarking. And then you can search through a lot of their partners. They have some great partners on here with some activities. And then you can search pretty much any topic you want. So maybe if you're teaching a specific unit and you want to see what other teachers and how they've used it, you can. As far as activity, this will show you all of your recent activity, your students, how much they've used it, how many video views that have been going on. Mixtapes, those are maybe you have 6 classes who have answered the same question, but you want to pick out some of those outliers that you think were really good. It actually creates a little playlist, which is nice. And we have shorts, which is ways for you to record videos, kind of like mini lessons. And then Grid Pals is also really neat. You can actually use this to link with other schools all across the world and maybe do some sort of outreach that way. So the last thing I want to show you is what these videos actually look like, especially if you're unfamiliar with it. So if I want to go to, we'll do this way. If I want to go to my test one and I want to go to that code, now if I want to give the kids that join code, they can hop on just flipgrid.com and enter those numbers in, and it'll take them to this. So this is what they'll see. They log in with Google, everything's fine. And this used to be a green plus sign, it's now a little camera. They can click record a response. And then they have so many different video options. They keep adding more and more features, and it's just really cool. So 2 minutes, they have that little thing. So the options, they can upload a clip, they can mirror their video, they can turn their audio off, they can choose to record their screen. Or there's tons of effects. There's filters, frames, emojis, text. They can draw. They can also pick a board, and there's grid boards, dots, graphs now, which is really great. Some fun backgrounds, and then there's the whiteboard. The other cool thing they can do now, which is recently released, is they can do split screen. So they can be writing on the whiteboard while you actually can see what they're saying. So that's really neat. And I like that a lot. They can add post-it notes, and they can also bring up what the actual assignment is as they're working on it. So when they're ready to record, they click that little button and they just start talking, and they have anywhere up to those 2 minutes to record. And as soon as they're done, they click pause. They click next. And they just start talking, and they have anywhere up to those 2 minutes to record. So this is fun. They can edit things out. Maybe they didn't like something. If they're satisfied with that, they click next. If not, they can add more or just, restart. They can download it if they really thought they did a great job with it. And then at the very last part, they get to take a selfie. And that's what's going to pop up when they're done. If there's an additional hyperlink they want to add in, they can do that. They can give it a title. And then you're done. So that's just the real start of the basics of Flipgrid. Once the student answers, and they can go